Well, the economy is sputtering, but here's a sector that is booming. Temporary help services. Out of 80,000 new jobs added in June, almost a third, 25,000, were temp jobs. Brian Hamilton is CEO of Sageworks, which collects financial data about private companies. Brian, is this a sign that companies are having to hire really fast because business is coming back, or is it a sign that companies are so afraid to hire that they go temporary?
Yeah, they're definitely timid, Dennis, no question. What they're doing is getting temporary jobs in place of permanent ones.
They're getting temporary jobs in place of permanent ones. And is this, at some point, are companies ending up spending more per unit of labor because they're not committing to the longer term and they have to pay more to get someone on a short-term basis?
Right, it's a great question. In the beginning, they're going to pay more. If they hired people permanently, over the long run, their costs would go down. But what they're doing, Dennis, is they're hedging right now. They don't know where the economy is going to be, so they're going short-term so they can contain those costs. That's what's happening.
What portion of the temp hiring do you figure is permanent employees that companies then lay off? I mean, that is, they fire them, they don't have to pay their health benefits, et cetera, and then they bring them back in as consultants, which seems to happen a lot in tech especially.
Sure. In tech, in service businesses generally, there's a lot of temporary hiring, probably about 50-50. If we look at the job creation, which basically doesn't exist right now, we're still in the muck, we know that, right? When you're hiring temporary people, you're basically making a hedge on the economy. You're not sure of what's going to happen. You've got anxiety. So the job quality is not great, and we need to improve that.
Now, the temp hiring, has it always been a big component of hiring in downturns past, or has the internet revolution online allowed the temp component of it to actually go up?
Yeah, another great question. No, it's changed dramatically. Right now, when companies are hiring, as you mentioned, 30% of those hires are temporary, and it's a hedge. I do not believe it's related to the tech revolution. I really don't. It's business owners, and there's 27 million of them, they have anxiety, so they're hedging their bets on the economy. Where are they going to be 12 months from now? Where are they going to be 2 years from now?
But this temp hiring, even though it might be good for business in the short term, it does overall hurt our economic rebound, doesn't it? Because I know people who have temporary contracts. They don't go out and spend on long-term things when they realize their contract's going to end in a few months.
Yeah, perfect. The businesses aren't betting long, and the people who are being hired on a temp basis aren't betting long. So again, there's this malaise of, or we're just in the muck, you know what I mean? People don't feel good about what's going to happen in 12 or 24 months, so everyone is hedging their bets.
And I'm wondering whether companies yet realize, has anyone studied the long-term cost benefit of this, and whether actually you're hurting your company in the longer term because you're not instilling loyalty and you're not bringing in long-termers who really have the company in mind?
Yeah, let's look at the numbers. In the short run, your costs are going to be higher if you go temporary. There's no doubt about it. But here's the advantage. You don't increase your permanent overhead rate. So that's what the companies are doing, right? They don't feel super good about their revenue 12 months from now, 24 months from now. So they're hedging their bets. Now, it's a paradox, too, because actually, if you look at their revenues, the 26 million companies that we track at Sageworks, their revenues are up, their profits are up, the margins are up. This has been going on for 30 months, but yet there's still anxiety out there.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much for being with us. I guess if you're unemployed, temporary is better than nothing. Thank you, Brian Hamilton.